Today we will cover reading material from yesterday, combination of a few different books. The reviews on a place for a community to live. We're looking at it online, and one of the reviews said that this community is everyone who works here or lives here works here, right? So essentially, it literally said I should have taken a screenshot. If you do not work, we do not want you to be a resident here. Okay. There's no good defining definition for what this means by work, right, and what hours and things like that, right? Because there's more that goes into it than just that. So, number two, why is that such a big deal? That means that retirement age people can't live there. Children, right, can't live there, or does it mean just working class homes? When we start thinking differently, there's this process that goes, oh, I never want to work again. Ernest Hemingway probably said it best. He said, I don't want to earn a living, I want to live. So you wake up in the morning and you say, I've got to get this done. It's an obligation, it's a responsibility, and so the people around you need to be doing the same thing, and that makes sense, right? Because again, power of association. So that makes sense. What we're doing is we're settling, right? We're becoming habitual, as Sir Ken Robinson would say. We're not enjoying anything. We're going to work and we're doing the same shit over and over and over, but we're not enjoying ourselves. We have this one life where you are that life, and you're helping somebody else. Being good enough isn't going to, it's not enough to spend your life doing it. If you're shitty at something, you could probably get better at it. Maybe. Except math, that ain't gonna happen. But if you force somebody to do something until they get good at it, and then you're attempting to increase motivation, increasing external motivation to accomplish a task that has been assigned to said person, we're taking creativity out of the workplace. We've already taken creativity out of the education system when music and arts are the first to go. Not in the Mormon sector, though. There's some places that you look around and you understand that they've just taken care of the education system. And that's appreciated in some areas. So to the people who say that religion is all bad, I think we found the 1%. Sir Ken Robinson video this morning taught us that natural talents are often buried. Right? So, like the really successful people, they'll be like, okay, well, my teacher said this, and my teacher said that. Parents might have said that you would be great at it, and you get there, and you're not, right? And so I spent like a really good portion of my life doing a bunch of shit I was terrible at. The paradox is that if you're good at it, it's not necessarily going to produce revenue, especially in the shortfall of things. So why do this every day if there's no payment for it? And I think I keep asking myself the same question. And I don't see educators being paid very well. And without educators, not much is going to change. So here is a good example, right? App developers, programmers, things like that, what they do is they take human behavior and they make something, right? They manipulate the human behavior to get your attention, or the way a spouse might like, do something strange to get attention. And they don't always work. But never work again if you're doing something that you actually enjoy and have a passion for, semicolon, until someone is telling you how to do that very task in a way that you wouldn't perform that task. I've read some great motivational books, and I don't want to bash anyone, so I'm not sure at this moment that I'm going to give a name either. I was reading a book, and it said essentially that we're not supposed to undermine our authorities. They've been there, they've done it, they probably know best, right? And truck drivers are the same damn way. Generally speaking, anyway, there comes a point where you kind of, I don't know, there's something happens, and there's a dickhead trigger switch, if you will. The running joke is we don't really know if this is right when this happens, when no one really knows where the hell I'm going with this, except I'm doing my best. We don't really know if it's like the autism side of things or the highly educated side of things, where I take things so black and white that they make sense to me, and I'm trying to explain it. And without anyone to talk back to here, it's going to be interesting the results we get. But the last thing we learned from that video this morning, I mean there's the Jungian version. He mentioned something about how psychotropics overtook cholesterol medications, and before they had come into the picture, those were in kind of established environments where physicians would be able to monitor the patient. It just the review on that place got my brain spiraling into directions of what the hell is work? What are they defining as that, and why is it so defining that we need the people around us to have the jobs? Like, outside of any black market interests, right, where you bring people into your community that shouldn't be there, outside of that, I'm having great difficulty trying to figure out why we would want, I don't know, maybe, who knows. I would love some input. I don't understand that whole work, die, The more I think about it, the less I understand it. It's hard to ignore Ernest Hemingway, and it's hard to unlearn something that you've learned. So I read that quote from him, and I think being raised a workaholic, I'm definitely a workaholic. It's just doing something for someone who is going to decide on my lifestyle, quality of life, and how much time I get to spend doing what I enjoy, and that's boggling to me. So